You are welcome to Nana's Tarot and Oracles. I am the Nana, and Nana loves you. You have a home here for comfort and contemplation, hope and inspiration, rest, renewal, and relaxation. Your readings here may empower you to use your intuition to help you towards a better life. All readings are dedicated to truth and light, but cannot take the place of professional services of any kind. Readings are general for the collective, and if they do not sound right for you, they may not be for you today. Try again another day. If you like what you're hearing, please select the like button below and subscribe with all notifications. It's free. Share with your friends or family. If you have a question or a comment, I'll try to answer it below. You are important to Nana, and Nana is always grateful to have the opportunity to speak with you again. Today is July the 10th, Friday, or Freya Day, in the language of the Divine Feminine. And as usual, we have a lot going on in terms of the astrology for today. And I wanted to share some of that with you. Of course, we did, the other day, we looked at the weekly intuitive, just to refresh your memory about that. Here is Molly McCord's excellent graphic. And what we're really here mostly to talk about today is Venus entering Virgo and hitting the South Node. Venus is also today, a little later on today, aligning in a trine with Chiron in Taurus. And we also are still under a Taurus moon, although the moon is going to change to Gemini later today. Chiron in Taurus, the Taurus moon is also in a relationship and in conjunct with Mercury retrograde and Black Moon Lilith, which relates to worth and usefulness and shame. And I thought that was important to mention because the other day when we were talking about energy healing and we were talking about worthiness, it's very important when we're considering energy healing that we remember that we are all worthy, that we all have our uses. But I noticed last night, Astrology by Lauren's newsletter came out, and she mentioned that Venus can pick at your last bit of self-worth in this placement, and Uranus is telling us not to go there. The nodes are about to change signs. Notice that I said that Venus in Virgo was with the South Node. The nodes are about to change signs from Pisces and Virgo to Leo and Aquarius. But Lauren, Astrology by Lauren, says the nodes are about to change signs, and as they prepare to do so, Venus is asking you to divest yourself of any false notions of unworthiness. Always remember that you are worthy. You matter. Don't give up. Keep going. The other synchronicity that I hit on yesterday after I had made that was that we had discussed the Maslow's hierarchy which has been fundamental to my understanding of healthcare in all its forms, but particularly in nursing. And I watched Adam Elenbaas had a video. Elenbaas is spelled Elenbaas. Adam Elenbaas on YouTube. He's an excellent astronomer with frequent detail posts about the upcoming this weekend Mercury Cazimi that will be on Sunday the 12th, titled Great Good Fortune and Brilliance, with some very interesting, he dips into Indian, that is Asian, Indian, Vedic, Jyotisha aspects connected with elemental rulers and houses. So those signs, fire signs, are in the area of moksha, which is the area of liberation. Earth signs in the area of kama, which is the area of desire. Air signs, arta, which is in the area of material needs and resources. And this is where he mentioned Maslow's hierarchy, and I thought that it was very interesting. The reference to that should come up. Synchronistic. And water signs are in the area of dharma, which is your destiny if you live a righteous life that is morally correct. And another source told me that this is all occurring in what is called Punarvasu, which is a period of time of the return of the light, the star of restoration. Now, this comes up because developing tomorrow, we start to see the elements of what is called a cradle or a basket in astrology. It will perfect on July the 20th. This is an unprecedented transit with all kinds of large outer planets involved, and the North Node is shifting to Aquarius, as I was speaking of the nodes shifting signs. And if you are my age, you will remember a particular time when everybody was talking about the dawning of the age of Aquarius. And so, there's been a lot of discussion on the astrological sites about what they are calling Barbault's baskets. Andre Barbault, and that one is spelled B-A-R-B-A-U-L-T, was an astrologer with a history of notable accurate predictions. Among other things, he predicted the fall of the Berlin Wall, and he predicted the COVID pandemic. He had forecast this transit as a massive global cultural push to a new progressive humanist era, with major developments in technology, restructure of power in politics, and personal growth and development. That all sounds very hopeful to me, and I hope that it will inspire you with some hope. And remember that inspire means two things, and take a deep breath in and let it all the way out and relax. I wanted to pull some cards today. Let's start with the Inner Temple Oracle. All cards were thoroughly shuffled prior to the reading. And let's see what we have today from Rebecca Campbell. Today we have projections. This is a repeater card. We've had this not too long ago. Let's look and see what Rebecca has to say about projections. Projections is in the Soul Inquiry suit. Here is the text for projections if you'd like to stop the video and read it. The soul inquiry is, who is triggering you? What is it that's triggering within you? Be brutally honest with yourself. What are you being called to do? In the text, Rebecca says, those people who trigger something in us hold up a mirror to what's within ourselves. Projection is a defense mechanism whereby we mistake what's going on within us for what's happening in the world around us. Nevertheless, that which we avoid facing will show up in our lives as fate. Those feelings, behaviors, or beliefs that we choose not to explore, admit, name, or claim are projected onto those around us. This is why shadow work. Remember when I mentioned shadow work just a minute ago as being related to this inconjunct between retrograde Mercury and black moon Lilith. This is why shadow work, Rebecca Campbell says, is crucial, as without it, that which is in the unconscious will continue to appear in the external world. These are the things that we are purging and resolving in order to prepare for our new moon, which is coming up next Tuesday, and make us ready to plant our seeds. So that is certainly something for us to be thinking about as we progress through this reading. And let's have a talisman oracle card. And our talisman oracle card for this is grounding. I keep talking about this. And one of the interesting things about Venus being in Virgo at this point in time is that Virgo is an earth sign. And earth signs are about grounding. And here's the sacred geometry that is embedded in this card, and we have the anchor. Let's see what we have to hear about grounding. Here's the text if you want to stop the video and read it. In a reading, the anchor in this card represents grounding and stability. A long-awaited relationship, position, or financial compensation will become permanent. You can now ease your mind and focus on the desired security. This card can mean finally seeing the light after a challenging period. The stormy weather is over. Well, gosh, we certainly hope so. But looking outside right now, I'm seeing a lot of dark clouds, and we've been having a lot of thunderstorms lately. You can now adjust to the new steady pace in life. Don't be afraid to take a chance, but choose the option with long-term beneficial results if the opportunity arises. The talisman power. Use this card when you need grounding or stability in your fast-paced environment. This card can also offer spiritual grounding when emotions are running wild. Look at the card and picture the anchor slowly moving through the water and reaching the ocean bottom. The light coming from the lighthouse shines brightly to show you that you have nothing to fear and you are finally home. Your affirmation today is, I know I am safe and secure. And I will add, and worthy. You are worthy. Okay, now Let's have a significator card from the Rider-Waite-Smith deck. Our significator for today is the Tower. The Tower is a major arcana card, number 16. And it's funny that I should mention thunderstorm. You will note the lightning striking the tower up here and the people falling out. But you will also note all of the little golden drops there. These are called the yods of the tarot. That is a term that comes from the Kabbalah. And they are also considered to be divine blessings. The Tower only comes for those things that are ready to fall, and perhaps it is representative of what might happen in terms of our Barbeau's basket or cradle, our alignment that is supposed to produce great changes, progressive humanist changes in our government, in our society, in our technology, and in our personal development. And on the bottom of the deck, we have Judgment. Now, the Judgment card is another major arcana card. Consider this very significant to have two major arcana cards. It is card number 20. And we know that Judgment Day is the day when Gabriel blows his horn and when everyone rises up to be judged. And in general, what I would say is that this is a card of hearing the call and seeing the light. Do you feel like you have heard the call and seen the light? And I looked, and the next card on the bottom of the deck is another major arcana card, the Star, number 17. Interestingly enough, the Tower is number 16 and the Star is number 17. The Tower falls. The next thing that happens is we have the Star. The Star actually is an Aquarius card. Remember when I spoke of the age of Aquarius? It is a card of hope and optimism. And it is a card of purification. I'm getting goosebumps from this reading. And I looked, so I have to show you. The next card is the Moon. I cannot believe we are getting all of these cards for clarification. We do have the new moon coming. The moon is number 18. 16, 17, 18. We have down here the domesticated dog and the wild wolf. These are considered to be symbols of the conscious and the unconscious mind. The moon is considered to be a card of the unknown and perhaps somewhat feared, things that we cannot see as clearly. And we have two pillars here, and we have the path up to the mountains. We also have, again, the yods of the tarot. And here is another one where I can't believe I've gotten this. But the next card under that is the Sun, which is number 19. We now have 16, 17, 18, and 19. And you saw that I shuffled before I drew cards. The Sun is the most powerful and happiest card in the deck. I'm taking all of this as extremely positive and hopeful in terms of all our outcomes. Now, in honor of Venus, I have Alana Fairchild's Sacred Rebels Oracle deck. This one features the Maiden, the Mother, and the Crone, the triple goddess. In the days before the new moon, we have the Crone as the symbol of the waning moon. Let's see what we have from Alana Fairchild's deck. The card that came out is number 5. Follow your own rhythm. Let's see what Alana has to say about card number 5. Here's the text if you would like to read it for yourself. And my eye was immediately drawn to healing process, which says, say aloud, I now release any unhealthy attachment to the structures, routines, and belief systems of others that are preventing me from accessing and honoring my inner sacred rhythms. May I be assisted through unconditional love to know the truth of my own timing. I love myself enough to give myself rest when needed, to trust in my own timing and not feel forced or rushed. I believe in myself enough to take healthy, inspired risks in action when the timing feels right to me. I trust in my inner rhythms. They are wise and helpful. Through unconditional love, so be it. You may now wish to stand up and close your eyes. Be aware of your own energy. What does it feel like now? What does your body want? Is it to move, to curl up in a ball and rest, or to open your arms and dance around the room with joy? Perhaps you would like to give yourself a reassuring hug. Take a moment now to do what is needed for yourself based on your feelings. If this is easy for you, great. If it's hard for you to know what it is you need, even more wonderful. This means you're open to learning something new about loving yourself, and it will become easier with practice. You are worthy. And here's a rune for today. Our rune for today is Nothis, constraint, hardship, or restraint. This sounds like something where following your own rhythm might be important. I find it interesting that the colors blend so well. Also, the colors blend well with the Tower card. And let's have a hexagram from I Ching. Our hexagram for today is number 2. Let's see what Annabelle Wynn has to say about hexagram number 2. Hexagram number 2 is supportive power. And the oracle says, to receive, be receptive, embrace the power of yielding, and you shall receive. Clear a path Clear a pathway, and what you seek shall come to you. Supportive power is the blessing of finishing to completion. In the depths of darkness, attainment awakes. When the tower falls down, the next card is the star. In the darkness of the moon, the next card is the sun. Be yielding, and the powers that be will yield to you. A heart receptive to faith will never fear darkness or uncertainty. You are blessed with knowledge and intuition, twin pillars formed from the image of divine yin, that is divine feminine energy. And you are a vessel for healing and receiving sustenance. It says here, earth yields to earth. Grounding. Root chakra. Submit to the divine, and your journey will take you to meet a great master. Be soft, be tender, be accommodating. Leading yourself will lead you astray. Follow, and you will find your way. So, that is what I have for you today. Thank you for tuning in to Nana's Tarot and Oracles today. You make Nana's day. Nana loves you and hopes you leave a question or a comment below. Select the like button, subscribe, and select all notifications. I will see you again soon. I suspect it will be on the day of the new moon, Tuesday. In the meantime, think on these things, consider your projections, ground yourself, breathe deeply for inspiration and grounding. Remember that we may have turbulent times, but there is always hope for better times ahead. You are worthy, and you should follow your own rhythm. In peace and love. Thank you, thank you, thank you.